Hi viewers and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is HP Fashions GY. So we'll be learning on how to pad our hip and butt. So I've minused my half length, which is 16. So I'm taking my hip length of 24 and 25, then my half knee of 33 and 34. Okay, so I will take this repeatedly. I'll take the line. I'll be using the half knee of 34 at this point, minusing my half length of 16 inches. So after getting it, I will just have to use a ruler to do the connection of this. Then I will stop right there. Then I will have to rule out my hip point, which is 24 and 25. Okay, so I actually use two lines because I wouldn't want the hip to be pointed. I want it to have a curved surface. Okay, so this is exactly the line for the hip line, which is 24 and 25. So after that, I went ahead to indicate my waist, my hip, and my half knee. All right, so at this point now, I'll go ahead and insert my measurement. The waist measurement is 25 divided by 4. Then I'll go ahead and insert my measurement there. Actually, this dress is actually for a very slim person. Alright, so I'll be putting the seam allowance of 1 inch. Then I'll go ahead and take my hip measurement of 36 divided by 4. Then I'll go ahead and insert it right there. Okay, 36 divided by 4. Then I'll go ahead and put one of it there. Then the same seam allowance of 1 inch. Alright, so afterwards I'll connect my waist to my hip. So at this point now, I'll take my hip measurement together with the 1 inch seam allowance, and I will take it to the downside and reduce 1 inch from it. Okay, yeah, so if that is done, I'll go ahead and connect the lines together. Alright, so my connection will actually be on the 1 inch seam allowance to the 1 inch, not on the main measurement. Okay, so this is exactly how I connected it. All right, so this part now is actually for the front. So this is actually for the front, so I'll go ahead and cut it out. Then I will get, after cutting it out, then I'll place it on the back side, okay, to get for the back. So this is actually for the front. So the front is actually exactly the body's measurement. I just inserted 1 inch for seam allowance. So this is what I have for the front. Okay, so at this point now, I'll go ahead and mark my main measurement, which is the one inside. All right, I just went ahead to mark it all up. Okay, so this is my main measurement. So after getting this now, the reason why I marked my main measurement, because I'll be trimming out the first one. But before I trim it out, I will have to place it on my fabric to get exactly the fabric. Okay, because I'll be sewing on it before I trim it out. So this is exactly what I'll be using. All right, even while cutting on the fabric, I actually added more allowances to the fabric when cutting. Okay, the reason why I added, in case the person wants it to be more free, so we can see more allowance to like free it up. All right, so this is exactly what we have. All right, so this is the back side. For the zipper allowance, we added zipper allowance of 1.5 inches for the back. All right, so I just placed the front on top, add up extra 1.5 inches zipper allowance at the back, then I trim it all up. Okay, so this is exactly what we'll be working with. All right, so I decided to add more allowance to the back side of the dress, exactly the way I did on the front side. Okay, so if you get to shift the pattern paper closely, you see the allowance I added. All right, so after cutting this out, this is actually for the back side, so I'm just trying to make this perfectly. I'm trying to bring it out very well. All right, so I want it to be accurate. Okay, so remember, I minus my half length of 16 to get the half knee. All right, so we'll be adding this actually to our dress. an A-line dress already sewn with a full lining. So this part now will just sink in. So at this point now, go ahead and take off the extra allowance I added on the front side and at the back side, okay, so that we can easily take our hip measurement. All right, so at this point now, I've minused it, so I'll take my measurement on this hip side. I'll go down by 3 inches. All right, then make an extension of 5 inches from the hip line. All right, then from this downside I'll be coming up by 2 inches exactly. So I'll connect this point from the half knee. I came up by 2 inches from the hip wide, 5 inches. Then from the waistline I came down by 3 inches because the half length is 16 inches. All right, and the 16 inches will be attached to the half length of the dress. So this is exactly how I'll connect it. So at this point now, I'm connecting the waistline. I'm connecting the curves exactly the way I want it. So I will indicate this as up and down. The reason is very, very important to indicate it, because once I trim it out I might get confused. Okay, so at this point now, I'll go ahead and trim it out. Okay, so this is exactly what I'm actually confirming my measurement before I'll go ahead and trim it out. So I'm minusing my half length of 16 inches to get my 24. Okay, so this is exactly how the hip padding looks like for the front. So this is actually the back. So this is actually the back. So I will still go down by 3 inches on the back side because they actually need to align with each other. Then behind the zipper allowance, I'll be making a distance of 1 inch. Then by this side I'll be coming up by 2 inches, exactly the way I did for the front. Then on this hip side I'll be coming down by 3 inches on the hip line, then wideness of 4 inches. Okay, so at this point now I will be taking the shape exactly the way the points are. I'll be using a broken line. Okay, so it's actually be under the hip of 24 that I went down by 3 inches. Okay, so this is exactly how I'll make my connection. Okay, so this hip pad is actually for hip and butt. Okay, so this is exactly how I'll make my connection for this. So if you actually look at the shape, it's actually giving the shape of a hip and a butt padding. So this is exactly how I'll do that. Then I'll also indicate. So once you place it together, honestly they're supposed to align with each other like this. The lines are supposed to meet. All right, so if your lines are not meeting, it indicates to find out what the problem is. All right, so I'll go ahead and cut it all out exactly the way it is. All right, so this is exactly what it looks like. All right, so if you find this video very helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, don't also forget to turn up your notification button. All right, so that whenever I drop new videos you get notifications. So this is actually the up. I've indicated the up, and this actually have a left and right as well. So after that we'll go ahead and indicate the left and right of this hip padding. Okay, so after cutting you see exactly how the shape looks like. Don't forget to watch out for the continuation of this, the sewing and the attachments of it. Okay, see you in my next video. Bye.